Hi everyone, it's Paula PSEN Creations. Thanks for joining me today. So today we are going to make an Easter, I want to say it's Easter, it could be spring, but it's more on, I want to be careful what I say with this, on the faithful side. Centerpiece. So I'm going to be using all Dollar Tree products. So my goal is I do make wreaths. I do sell wreaths and custom centerpieces, but I also enjoy sharing videos of different wreaths and different centerpieces and just different decor that's along the line of what I sell, using just Dollar Tree products so that you can make some of your own and enjoy them around your house as well. So let me show you the supplies that we're going to be using for this centerpiece. I'm going to be using one of these 8-inch wreath frames from, again, the Dollar Tree. They come in a 2-pack, so I'm just going to be using one. I'm going to be using 2 bushes of these, I totally forgot what they're called. Lilies? I think they're Easter lilies is what they are. So 2 pink and 2 white. I'm going to be using 1 bush of, I have no idea what this is called. No idea. So if you know, put it down in the comments. This cross here. And just so that you know, I'm also going to be using a white paint. Again, you can get the paint, acrylic paint, from the Dollar Tree as well, or you can go to your local Walmart and get it for 57 cents. But I'm literally going to be just painting over it so that it's just simply a white cross. You can leave it as this if you would like. I think that there's a different version as well that has a different saying on it. Absolutely up to you, however you want to do it. I painted my white, and I believe that my thought, at least, is I'm going to handwrite again, or stencil. You can do whatever you want, but I think if I handwrite, it's something, or stencils, because you can get stencils from the Dollar Tree. It's something that's all Dollar Tree products. I'm going to write, "He is risen." Okay, foam block, and I'm only going to be using half of it. So the other half can be used for another project. I'm going to be using 3 of these rolls of the 6x5 yard deco mesh in the hot pink. You can use whatever color you want. I just thought hot pink would go well with the color choices of the lilies that I selected. Some zip ties, pipe cleaners. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be using zip ties. I just remembered. I'm going to be using some silver pipe cleaners that I got around Christmas time. It doesn't matter what color you use because they will be covered. And some felt. Again, I got this from the Dollar Tree as well, but you can get it from other places. So to get started, we are going to bring you down to the table. So it's going to get a little bit, close your eyes if you get dizzy easily. So I'm going to bring you down, and we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this, and then I'm going to set it aside, and with the magic of video and pausing, I have already painted it. So this has a stand on the back. I took my stand off, and I just failed to paint the back all the way. So I definitely have to finish that. Another thing you can do if you don't want to paint the back of it, just add some felt to the back of it. Hot glue some felt to the back of it. Oh, hot glue. Hot glue is something else that you're going to need for this project. I use a decent amount of hot glue. So, and because, like I said, this is a white, the front is white and plain now, I think I'm going to write on here, "He is risen," or maybe it's "He is risen" down here. I haven't figured it out yet, but that's what I'm going to do. All right, so let me show you how I built the frame. So you're going to take your styrofoam block, and they sell smaller ones, so if you wanted to get a smaller one, that's okay. And what you want to do is you want to measure enough styrofoam block that will fit into the middle portion of your, I apologize, to the middle portion of your wired 8-inch frame. So just gonna take my scissors. Doesn't have to be a perfect cut. Be very careful in using the scissors. You don't have to use the scissors, obviously. If you have something else that you can use, please do that. I'm just using whatever I have handy. Okay. So either piece will fit. Now, you can go, you don't really need that height either. Actually, if you wanted to cut it in half again, that might be a better height. Because if not, you're going to have to use a lot more mesh to try to cover everything. Oh, I'm sorry. The last thing that you will need to use, and hopefully y'all can hear me. Hold on. Okay. That's fine. I apologize. I completely... Oh, this thing makes just a hot mess. I'm sorry, guys. Let me rearrange the camera angle so that you can actually see my table. Okay. So another thing that you're going to need is a bag of moss. You can do the brown moss, the green moss, whatever moss you want to do. You can get that from the Dollar Tree as well. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is, in order to make sure that this has some support, is I'm literally going to take my pipe cleaners, 2 of them. I think I only used 2. See what I can get done here. So I'm going to take 1 pipe cleaner, and you can tie it across. Actually, you can double it up and do around the 2 inner bars. And on this side over here, use that crossbar for that extra support. Although I'm not doing a very good job at this. Hold on. What is my problem? All right, I got that. Now I'm just simply going to go right across it. Just going to pull, and then I'm just going to wrap it once and then wrap it around. So you see how there's good tension here? It's not like flimsy. Now I'm going to take the second one, and I'm going to first have it go once around, find the middle of both the pipe cleaner that you're tying on and the one that's already been tied on, close enough to the middle, and then just again tie it around. You want to pull to add tension. Don't pull too much. 1, the pipe cleaner will break on you, and 2, your wreath frame might break on you. So this is not going to be uber support, but so now you have something to glue your styrofoam base down too. So all you're going to do is hot glue it on, and then you're ready to go. Okay, so we're going to set that aside. It's going to be glued. I want to move on to showing you okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these curls. These are cut to 8 inches each. There's 3 curls per half pipe cleaner, so I took a whole pipe cleaner, cut it in half, take your mesh, cut with whatever you have available to you to cut with, measure it out to 8 inches. Got stuff everywhere. Cut 1, cut 2, cut 3. You're going to do this with 3 rolls, and you're just going to keep cutting, and you're going to make them into 3 roll bundles. So this is, it's kind of rolled already for you. If you wanted to give it a little bit more of a tighter roll, that's fine. Don't do it too tight though, because then it doesn't turn out good. So you're literally going to roll all 3 of your pieces of mesh. Make sure that they try to stay roll. Bunch them together. Grab your half pipe cleaner. What I do is I lift them. That also tells me that I've put the pipe cleaner in the middle because they're all even for the most part. And then you just twist the pipe cleaner 2 times, and then you have your bunch left. All right, go ahead and do that with all 3 of the rolls. What you can do is if you want to just do it for 2 rolls, I used 1 roll that had already that was already started, and I believe I used 1 full roll for sure. So you might not need 3 whole rolls. So what I would say is maybe just cut 2 rolls and then see how it fits, just because again, 1 of the rolls that I used was already started. All right guys, I am back. I have cut my rolls, as you can see right here. God, I apologize. Okay, and here, like you see, I have hot glued my piece down. Don't worry about this, because remember, we're going to put felt underneath here. 1, to make sure that it doesn't scratch any surface that this is laying on, and 2, so that it hides the ugly. So here are my ties. Here are my mesh bundles. So as you can see, this is what it's going to look like. So I'm just going to add it. I know it doesn't look pretty right now, so I'm just going to continue to add my mesh bundles. And once I have them, so all you're doing is you're taking your mesh bundle, you have your twist ties, you're just going to put it down, and you're going to twist tie it around the 2 outer bars, so the outer and the outer, and you're just going to tie it and you're going to move on to the next one. Now, like I said, I'm not sure how many are going to fit. I may need to cut more. So I'm just going to go around with the ones that I have cut so far. And then I'm going to figure out from there if I need to cut more to have it look fuller. And then I'll move on to the next step. Now, I will say that for me, I'm going to probably put the moss on after I decide where I want to put my cross and my florals, and then I'll probably hot glue all that in first. I need to write on my sign if I'm going to write. You can leave it plain if you want. You can see if you can find stickers. You can do whatever you want on the cross. It's up to you. If you have a die cutting machine, go for it, add something. I know a lot of people have made comments on other people's pages, never on mine, because I've never really said that I was dedicated to only doing Dollar Tree DIYs. But I like to, if I can come up with something that's only using Dollar Tree items and I think it's a cute piece and it's versatile. I made so many Dollar Tree items at one point in time last year, guys, that I got a little burnt out. And the reason I got burnt out is because at the end of the day, they were things that I really wasn't reusing them, you know? I don't know, I just felt like I was, some of the stuff I boxed up, and when the next season rolls around for that piece that I made, I'm going to keep it because guess what? Even though it's from Dollar Tree products, it looks amazing and it's awesome. But some of the stuff, it was just, I don't know, it was, I felt like it was clutter for me. And I'm not trying to offend anybody. That's not my intent, you know. That's me, that's my personal belief, my personal life, my personal home. So yeah, that's the feeling that I had. I ended up, you know, taking a bunch of the stuff to the Goodwill, and, you know, a bunch of stuff that I bought that I never used from the Dollar Tree, I took to the Goodwill and donated it. So ideally somebody else has gotten some good use out of it. Just because I bought it at the Dollar Tree doesn't mean that it's, you know, it's not a good product. So do not think that that is in any way, shape, or form what I'm saying. So anyways, guys, I'm going to continue to go around. As you can see so far, you can see it looks pretty full. And right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bushels of 3 8-inch rolls of mesh. And look how full it looks already. So I might not need to cut anymore. But okay, I am back. So look how full and beautiful this looks. Now, you're probably wondering, what is this line right here on the styrofoam? So what I did was I took my cross and I just pushed it down, and that way when I'm ready to hot glue my cross, again, we're making a centerpiece, so my cross will be sitting like this, and then my florals. So I have to decide what I'm going to write on my cross. But and maybe I should do that now. I don't have the best of handwriting, so let me see. Hold on. I have one of these paint brushes that I got from the Dollar Tree, and then this glass paintbrush marker, which I'm sure can be used for more than just glass. I wish I can do like I can also do, so I have these that I got from the Dollar Tree as well, or I have these little stickers. I might do these little stickers right now, just until I could come up with something better. I know this is not ideal. Kind of takes away from the beauty of this, but I need to think it through a little bit more on what I want to do with the cross. So I'm simply going to put these stickers down. Again, you can do whatever you want. Trying to find the eye. this looks crooked. Not sure if I changed it or if it's, oh Lord. Okay, and maybe I'll do like, I don't know, I want to do like maybe, I don't know, I probably just messed it up there, but you know the beauty of this, guys? You can redo it even if this is permanent marker. Oh, that's no good. Okay, it's not perfect, but it might not be what I keep either. Oh, it's hard to see. Oh, and it's backwards, so. Okay, so again, I used these stickers from the Dollar Tree. And I think I'm going to glue this in. Actually, I'm going to hot glue some felt on the back of this. I got the felt from the Dollar Tree too. Definitely need some good scissors to cut this felt, I'll tell you that. You think you need some good scissors to cut all felt. Okay, so what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take my hot glue, I'm going to hot glue it down, and then I'm going to cut the excess off. You can use scissors. I'm just using this X-Acto knife that I have. I think you can actually get some of these X-Acto knives from the automotive section of the Dollar Tree. I believe they have an X-Acto knife. Be very careful using these, please. It's super sharp. Okay, and just like that, we have the back covered. So the purpose of covering the back is so that it can be a 360 piece if you want, and what that means is it's okay if it's not against a wall. Alright, there's little pieces of the felt that need to be glued down still. All right, so now that that's done, those Those other scissors I have are no good. Sorry. And you can paint this cross any color you want. You can do the wording in any color that you want that to be. So now all I'm gonna do is I'm going to put some hot glue on the bottom of my cross, and then I'm just going to simply stick it into the hole that I had made. And I'll probably have to readjust the wording because I'll show you in a second. You can't really see the whole word, risen. So that's not a problem. It's a good thing I used stickers. Like I said, you do not have to make this a religious, faithful piece. It could just be the cross itself, or it could be something completely different. It's completely up to you. Oh, I think I lost the E. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, no, it's okay. All right, we're good. Sorry guys, all I'm doing here is I'm just trying to reposition the lettering again. So as I showed you, once I glued the cross into the foam base, it hid the E in risen. Okay. This will have to get done over because I don't like how the wording is, but for now, here's what I have. Oh, it's so hard to see. Sorry, guys. Ugh, do you see the wording? Looks like a ransom letter, for goodness sake. I'll adjust it later. If not, I can play with it all day and still not be what I think it should be. I lost the eye because I'm playing with it. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that for now. All right, so now I'm going to just start hot gluing my florals in. I'm simple as this, guys. Take some hot glue, put some hot glue in, push it in, let it be. Use whatever you want. I'm using these white and pink lilies. Like I said, this does not have to be an Easter. This does not have to be religious. This should be whatever it is that you want. My point was to show that you can make a centerpiece using Dollar Tree items. Oh, no, I don't want this on the other side. I'm putting some right there at an angle. I think they're so beautiful. You can add some greenery to this. You can do whatever you want. The sky's the limit. I'm just some people might not like. I don't like how that looks. Seeing like the stems in front of the roses. I mean, some people might not like seeing the stems in front of the cross or anything like that, but again, it's up to however you like it and want to have it be. Oh, just burnt myself. Ooh, that was hot. That's some hot stuff right there. Ooh. That was hot. Like I said, I used 2 bushels of the pink lilies. I used 2 bushels of the white lilies. And I used 1 bushel of whatever these are. I'm not sure if these are even lilies. I think that they are. I think they were called Easter lilies. Oh, that was hot. I still feel it on my thumb. Lord. Got myself good. All right, last one. Put this guy over here. All right, the last thing, like I mentioned, I still have hot glue there. I wonder it's so hot. All right, here's how it looks so far. This is not the last thing, but it's less. Is I'm gonna put some moss. You can use whatever moss you want. Actually, I'm not gonna use this moss. Give me a second. I'm going to use this Spanish moss instead. I think it looks nicer. I'm gonna put just a bunch of hot glue on the styrofoam in front. Pull some of this moss out and just lay it there without burning myself, hopefully. Ooh. Here's the hot glue. Yikes. Turn it around. Same concept. Trying to pull down the mesh so that it's easier. I'm just going to add a bunch of hot glue and hope that the moss sticks. Again, you're probably wondering, well, why didn't you just do this before you put the florals in? Well, because these floral sticks sometimes they're not strong enough. And given that they are from the Dollar Tree, it might be difficult for them to get through the mesh. I'm sorry, get through the moss into the styrofoam properly. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm able to get the florals in. Okay. I think I've made enough of a mess. I got such a hot mess here. Let me get rid of this. Hold on. Clear this out. Cut some of the frays. Guys, Dollar Tree mesh, you know how it is, right? If you've ever used it. I'm not saying it's bad mesh, but I'm not saying it's good mesh. And the least amount that you touch it, or anything touches it, the better you will be. End of story. Simple. That's just how it is. So just remember that. All right. The last thing that I have to do is just put something underneath it, one to hide, and two just to, yeah, pretty much just to hide. I already have a piece cut out. So I know that this is probably difficult, but really you have to wait until you're done. Well, here, I'll put it this way. I should have probably done that once I had the mesh all laid, because that way I could have turned it over and done it like that before I put the florals in. So, hindsight, right? But all I'm going to do is literally, nothing should fall out because I hot glued everything. So I'm going to take my hot glue. I'm just going to glue around the ring everywhere I can. Of course, I run out of glue. Load this gun again. Oh, okay, apparently I can't load with one hand. This is okay. Everything's still good. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put a bunch of hot glue down everywhere I can that I think this is going to grab. I know I'm probably using more than I probably need to, and I'm just going to stick it down. And then once I think that that's grabbed, here's another thing you can do, guys. If you don't want like these really long ones in the front, you can totally cut them to be shorter. Actually, don't, well, this one's kind of bothering me, but for the most part, they don't bother me. I think this turned out really cute. Okay, I think I got enough hot glue down because it pretty much is staying. And I can either cut it or I can just leave it as is, and I will say, because there's not really much excess, yeah, you definitely need to do this ahead of time because you don't want to cut your mesh. All right, cool. So that's what our bottom looks like. And let me bring you all up. Hi. All right. Here it is, guys. What do y'all think? Sorry about the wording. This is a beautiful centerpiece. I think it turned out really cute. Too cute. Using all Dollar Tree products, guys. So anyways, be creative, have fun. Check me out on Facebook. I do lives, I make wreaths, I make swags. I don't use all Dollar Tree products. Dollar Tree products are my YouTube video here. When I use all Dollar Tree products. Hopefully if I can get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, then I can start doing lives on YouTube as well. But right now, PS Ian Creations on Facebook, PS Ian Creations on Instagram, and of course on YouTube. Follow and like me on Facebook. Check me out on Instagram and subscribe and like here on Facebook. YouTube. Oh my God, this is not Facebook, this is YouTube. All right, guys, have a wonderful Thursday evening. I'll talk to y'all later.